Joker, what are you doing in my car? I thought you were taking me to Arkham. Oh yeah, that's what happens when MC drives the Batmobile. Let's go. What's up, Peeps? It's me, your boy MC. Lego lights on. We're in the Lego lounge. I just wanted to share. I have so many Batmobiles at this point. I did not buy this one. This was a gift, and it is probably my least favorite Batmobile of all the Batmobiles, but it is still Batman, and it was a gift. So I will never say no. On that note, we'll just toss him over there for now. Peeps, we're back. We are continuing with the Batman, the animated series, wall art set, Gotham City skyline, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names. We are on bag 18 of 44. Let's knock out dad joke of the day. You know, people say they pick their nose, but I feel like I was just born with mine. I get it. That was a bad joke. All right, moving on, Peeps. Let's keep going with this amazing build. There has been so many fun... What? Oh, they're right in front of me. So many fun little things that have come out of this build. I love all the little hidden items. I love that it is clearly... You're getting so much from this city because it's not only wide, but it has depth, and even within the depth, it has layers. If you really pay attention to what they've done and the way they've designed it, it's very, very cool, very creative, and it is so different than any set I've done thus far. The Milky Way set was probably the closest I've done to this because the Milky Way set was also layered, but it was different because it's more of a flat picture, if you will, kind of like the way you take the world and turn it into a map. Like you take the globe, turn it into a map. You know, that's more like the way they did the Milky Way series. Whereas in this, like I said, you're obviously getting your left to right image. Let's go ahead and swap up our cameras here. You know, so you're getting your left to right image. Then you got this building, which is supposed to be in the foreground, and then like this building, which is supposed to be in the background. So you're getting so many layers to this build. It is so amazing, so cool the way they did this. And I kind of knew some of this stuff because, again, I try very hard not to spoil stuff for myself. If I see a set that I think looks cool and I, you know, obviously can afford it and everything, I'll just buy it. And then I learn all the neat little intricacies later. Something's not right. Back on track. But yeah, they really did something special with this set, and I hope we get more sets like this from Lego. This isn't just a one-off, but if it is, I'm so thankful I bought it and I get to have this amazing experience building something that's truly unique. I look at it, I've said this before about Lego. Lego is very artistic and not just the art sets. I think it truly takes an artist to create what they've done with a lot of this stuff. And this is something that you would see in a painting, you know, like the way they stylized this with those different layers of depth and perspective. I think that's the right term I'm looking for. Yeah. Anywho, peeps. Y'all know I can talk way too much. So, just like I always say, and rarely do properly, just bad. Did I tell you guys the name of this episode? Birds of a Feather. I did not tell you the name of the episode. Birds of a Feather. Which makes me think of the Birds of Prey, which is a whole series of characters within Batman world that they're like Robin is one of the Birds of Prey. There's several different bird characters that fall within Batman's teams, if you will. And so anyways, that's what that made me think of, but I just put the sticker on and it's Penguin. So I failed that guess, but it's all good. Looking great. Looking great. Got our little... I'm assuming the Iceberg Lounge is going to be in here somewhere since Penguin is in there. That's his club if you're not familiar. Well, I guess it depends on which version of the story you're watching, you're reading, telling. But traditionally, that's his club. The new Penguin series that's on HBO was fantastic. Again, adult themed on HBO. Don't recommend for children. But if you enjoy Batman even a little bit, or just like I'll say it like this: it's sort of a comic book style. Actually, they don't even really stick to comic book style. It's definitely a comic book story because it's you know, ripped out of Batman. Batman's nowhere in the show. Spoiler, sorry. But it's called the Penguin, so not a big surprise there. But it is this is going to be a controversial statement. I know. MC. With some controversy again. It is much like The Sopranos. If you ever watched that show. Except good acting. I hate to be a hater, but I grew up, we didn't have HBO and all that stuff when I was a kid. We just didn't. Any of that stuff I watched from HBO, I didn't get to see until I was an adult and could pay for it all myself. And I heard for so many years how amazing The Sopranos was. And it wasn't until 2019 when I had my double hernia surgery. Yay. Don't recommend it. Don't have hernias. But I was laid up in my bed recovering, and Sopranos was on one of my streaming service. I think it was I don't remember. I think it was Amazon. Anyways, but And so I was like, well, I ain't doing nothing. I got time. Let me go ahead and finally watch this Sopranos that I've heard so much about. And I was highly disappointed. Personally. I thought to myself as I was watching it, I don't know how this show got out of the first season. Because again, MC's opinion only. I thought the acting was terrible. I thought the show could have been great. It was a good story in general. I thought the acting was just terrible. It seemed to get better as the seasons went along. But again, I don't know. Me personally, had I watched that back when it came out, I wouldn't have made it past the first season. The only reason I did when I finally watched it was because I had nothing else to do. I was literally laid up in the bed recovering from surgery, and I was just like, okay, well, I'll just lay here and watch it, and hopefully it gets better. And again, it got somewhat better, but I didn't love it. I didn't love it the way other people did. Just again, because the acting and then the ending. And I know people that liked the show that'll agree with that. The ending was the worst. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to give it away, but just it was like I loved Lost, the TV show Lost. I watched all the seasons religiously, loved it. The ending was the worst. So, not a fan of The Sopranos, but I am a fan of the Penguin TV show. Colin Farrell, he crushed that part. Crushed it. So, definitely, if you enjoy that kind of theme, you don't necessarily have to be a comic book fan. It's a really good story, really good acting. Really good acting. All my opinions. You can throw them out the window if you don't like them. But I thought the Penguin was very well done, and the acting was just amazing. Anyways, let's get back to it. Gotham Opera. Well, I was wrong. It's not the Iceberg Lounge. But definitely think this whole area is like theaters. This is obviously Gotham Opera, but this, I don't know what this symbol represents. It looks almost like, and this is kind of the reason I went with that idea. It looks almost like the Sydney Opera House. The symbol does, but I don't know for sure. I really need to figure out what that symbol is specifically to the animated Batman series. I just don't know. I wish I had a better knowledge base, but maybe I'll just Google what is the sure there's something I can, like words. I tried to Google image and that didn't work without spoiling too much for me anyway. But wondering if maybe I can just search the description of that thing. Do like a description search and see if it comes up with anything. Tough call. We'll see. It's kind of funny, peeps. I'm really good at yakking. You guys haven't figured out by now. What I'm not good at is yakking and building. Because every time I have mistakes, it's always a piece that I built while I was running my trap. So, oh, I think we're getting another blimp. Yeah. I need to shoosh my mouth while I'm building, because I keep making silly little mistakes, and it's like very minor. It's like one piece is just slightly out of place, and it's enough that when you get to another point, you're like, oh no, why isn't it lining up? Because you didn't line it up. Let's see, what's the chapter title? I switched over to the 3D directions because I had to figure out what I messed up. Oh, that is the end of the book. The last bag was the end of the book. All right, end of book 1, peeps. That is cool. Let's switch over to... That's crazy, because it's not halfway through the numbered bags, but it's apparently halfway through the books. The books are basically the same thickness. Oh. Alright. Oh no. Trying to give Joker hair with no head. Definitely a very awesome version of the Joker. The animated series Batman. Joker voiced by Mark Hamill, the infamous actor that played Luke Skywalker, also voiced the animated series Joker and did an amazing job. Just really brought this character to life. Alright, let's get him up on the ledge. Starting to look cool. Well, only one more to go, but... Alright, well that's odd. In all the other sections, you did a plate, and then you attach the plate to the main thing, but not this one. Bag 21, we're doing another plate in the bag, so we'll set that off there. I don't know. I'm interested to see where this is going. Lego, they love to switch things up on me. Good. I need that. I need to keep things changing up as soon as I start. You know, it's like the great Rowdy Roddy Piper said, as soon as you got the answers, I change the questions. When it becomes too predictable, then I get bored. Actually, that's not true. It is easy to get bored though when things get too predictable. But let's see, what's this chapter called? Did I even read the name of the last chapter? Oh, I'm failing in my duties, peeps. I want to focus on doing correct what I'm supposed to be doing. What was the last... Alright, let me go back. Let's double check. What was this chapter called? The Last Laugh. Alright, that makes sense, because we got the Joker. That is a great episode, by the way. I do remember that episode. And then this one is called Terror in the Sky. Terror in the Sky. Could be the Batwing. We could be getting a Batwing. Could be like a balloon, like Like, I don't know if they did this in the animated series. They did it in 1989 Batman, where Joker came over with the he came over with balloons, like parade balloons, and spraying poison on people. So that's a possibility. Don't remember if that story was done in the animated series, so I could be reaching, but I don't know. This is fun. I like this game. Try to guess what we're going to be building next. What else could be terror in the sky? Trying to think of specific bad guys. Nothing's coming to me right off the bat. It's coming to me. Find out, peeps. We got another great thing, so it means we're probably getting another one of those stickers for a specific bad guy. Time to patrol the skies. Here we go. We got the Joker this time. Well, still don't know what terror in the sky is, but hopefully we find out. Batwing! Terror in the sky. Damn. I wasn't 100% sure, but it seemed like a good guess. That's a really cool Batwing to say it's just this little mini guy too. Man, that looks great. Let me pull this guy over here. I'm assuming soon enough. Oh, I don't know. Let's see, how many plates do we have left? This has gotten really strange. Let's see, so maybe, yeah, maybe this will gap. 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 No, I'm not really sure how this is going to line up. Something like this. I'm not sure how this gap is going to fill in, but... And then this. Well, you can't even see the whole thing. Bam! Something like that. Seems like about the length that we're gonna get. The width, length, width. I don't know. English. And something like that. Seems about where we're gonna go with this. Get this here. This here? No, I don't know how it's gonna work. And one down here. Mid. Something like that. Clearly this is the top left corner. So... Oh, I see. Because we built right side in. Now we're building left side in. I got it. Actually, who knows? They may... I have no idea how they're gonna bridge this gap, but... I like it. I like discovering this stuff. It's super fun. Let me go ahead and take a picture of what we got thus far. I don't even know how. I'm gonna have to go horizontal now. There's just like no way not to. Man, that is... God is really starting to come. Look at that. That pointing with my mouse. You guys can't see my mouse. That moon looks so good. That Batwing over here looks so good. You got all your little blimps doing their spotlights around the city. This half of the city is looking awesome. This must be out to here. Look at this is like this. This has got to be equally. I guess that's why there's still 23 bags to go. Peeps, if you guys enjoyed this, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know I'm all kinds of bonkers. I gotta do what I gotta do to keep somewhat sane, and this is it for me, peeps. So, and you know, I want to share something. I'm not gonna name the person's name, but somebody recently asked me, just because of the connections that I have, to put them in touch with somebody else that I know. Try to give them some knowledge about what that other... I know this is very vague, but one person asked me for help to get in contact with another person. Where is my focus? Turn this autofocus. Anyways, hey, can you help me figure out some stuff? I have some skills I would like to put to use. This other person has the knowledge about how to put those skills to use. So if he could help me out, you know, I could go forward doing that task. And he's like, that could almost be like my Lego therapy. He's like, yeah, I'll absolutely reach out and see what I can do. Because again, this is what brings me peace in life, and this is what helps me get my brain unscrambled, or at least temporarily. But as I've said before, that doesn't have to be what it is for you. Find your thing. I enjoy this, and I hope my shenanigans are fun and entertaining to y'all, but you don't have to do Lego. You can do whatever, you know, whatever your passion is. If that's carving things, if that's planting things, if that's drawing, painting, singing, find your Lego therapy. Find what brings you peace and joy and happiness in life, and do that to the fullest extent. I think we all need to find our Lego therapies. Anyways, I don't want to preach too long, but I just thought I'd share that. And I know it was completely vague, but I like to keep people's... Oh man, Lego light went out. Oh, and it's going crazy. Lego light ghost keeps getting me. Anywho, peeps, thanks for coming. I will see you very, very soon. And until then, peeps. Holla.